striking change, striking technology.
Hello, and congratulations on your interest in pursuing a career as a warrant officer in the greatest, most lethal, most decisive Army in the world. I'm Colonel Rich Enderle, Commandant of the Warrant Officer Career Center located here at Fort Rucker, Alabama. The world is experiencing monumental change, and in order to remain the best, the United States Army must change as well. The environment of the Warrant Officer Corps is all about change through striking technology. The Army views its warrant officers as the primary vehicle for this technological adaptation. Warrant officers are technically focused officers who manage, lead, mentor, and in some cases even command. This video will give you a brief insight into the Warrant Officer Corps, beginning with the Warrant Officer Candidate School. It is my hope that it will give you enough information to make an educated decision on whether or not you have what it takes to join the Warrant Officer Corps. Not everyone can be a warrant officer. It takes experience, knowledge, and most of all, a strong desire to excel. It is a challenging course, both physically and mentally, but the rewards last a lifetime. After viewing this video, if you still have a desire to become a warrant officer, I urge you to get with the senior warrant officer or Army recruiter to discuss your options. Good luck. I hope to see you soon at the Warrant Officer Career Center.
When I go to school,
when I go to school,
there's a TAC officer there.
there's a TAC officer there.
Black hat,
Black hat,
imagine that.
imagine that.
Why don't you leave me alone?
Why don't you leave me alone?
Why don't you take yourself
You want to be a warrant officer?
Take yourself home.
First, let me explain what a warrant officer is. A warrant officer is a highly specialized expert and trainer. By gaining progressive levels of expertise and leadership, warrant officers operate, maintain, administer, and manage the Army's equipment, support activities, and technical systems for an entire career. The Warrant Officer Career Center at Fort Rucker, Alabama, is the only site where the Warrant Officer Candidate course is conducted. The mission of the Warrant Officer Career Center is to prepare warrant officer candidates to assume the duties and responsibilities of a warrant officer. Training is conducted in a fast-paced and intense environment. Expect mental, physical, and emotional challenges. Honor, discipline, and a conviction to adhere to a higher standard are but a few of the desired qualities of a warrant officer. Candidate training revolves around a daily cycle, starting in early morning at the first warrant officer company and ending at lights out that night. The candidate's training day begins with the candidate staff wake-up.
Good morning, grade class!
Once up and about, the candidates go into action, straightening up their personal area prior to falling in for the first formation of the day.
Let's go. Okay, Martinez, good morning. Integrity, sir. Integrity, sir.
Physical fitness training is a daily activity. It begins with stretching, progressing towards either aerobic exercise, running 3 days a week, or anaerobic exercise, muscular strength and endurance training 2 days a week. Saturday's physical fitness training is the highlight of the week due to the esprit de corps and excitement surrounding the Walk Olympics.
Keep jogging in place. Stop.
Following physical fitness training, the formation moves back to the company area, where they're provided hygiene time, followed by a concentrated preparation of both individual and dormitory areas for inspection. By now, they've either completed their individual and group tasks, or time dictates they fall out again for the second formation of the day, this time for uniform inspection. After inspection, the class moves to the dining facility for breakfast. Following breakfast, the class marches to the Career Center Academic Complex. Military and civilian instructors assigned to the General Studies branch teach the academic curriculum.
It's the best of the 7 that I've rated.
Here, the candidates receive instruction in a standard classroom setting, including state-of-the-art Classroom 21 computer-based instruction. Classes embrace ample use of automation and other current training aids. Student-teacher interaction as well as group discussion is encouraged and fosters a positive learning environment. The curriculum ranges from military leadership and management to Army operational skills. After a full morning of academics, the class transitions back to the company area for lunch. Following another nutritious meal, those filling class leadership roles are counseled as part of the Leadership Assessment Program. This is the first one-on-one counseling provided by the Training, Advisor, and Counseling Officers, affectionately referred to as TAC officers. The next portion of the day finds the class marching back to the academic complex to continue their classes. At the conclusion of afternoon classes, the candidates move from the academic area to the company for additional Leadership Assessment Program counseling, followed by the evening meal. As the afternoon fades into the evening, the time and activities geared towards individual preparedness for the next day's activities, to include individual area maintenance, dedicated an essential hour of study, followed by time for personal hygiene and a well-deserved lights out.
Good night, 06.
Good night, Candidate!
That's one day. Let's explore other facets of this officer-producing program. The program is methodically divided into 3 distinct phases: junior, intermediate, senior. The junior phase is designed to pull the class together through team building and time management. There are 2 key events at this phase: presentation of the class sign, that is designed, developed, and presented by the class to the commander of 1st Warrant Officer Company or his designee. Also, the class song.
If trying to take it alone, we all got sent back home. Trying to get sir is our theme. Blue Pride is our graduating team.
During the intermediate phase, emphasis is placed on skill acquisition and task understanding. Intermediate phase inspection. This inspection determines the degree of attention to detail exercised necessary to perform successfully in a technical field. Following successful completion of the intermediate phase, candidates progress into the senior phase. The senior phase of training progresses from a state of external authority to one of self-discipline. Senior candidates face greater responsibility and greater expectations. Out of the classroom and into the field for more team development with the land navigation exercise, followed closely by the leadership reaction course.
When you get across, just crouch down low.
Approximately 1 week later, the Rising Eagle ceremony is conducted, indicating the candidates are close to becoming warrant officers, as well as marking the uniqueness of warrant officers. To familiarize you with the traditions, customs, and social responsibilities of being a warrant officer, you will also plan, organize, and conduct a community class project, a formal brunch, and a formal reception.
Drive and determination that is continuously added to the Warrant Officer Corps. Candidates, cut the cake.
The final day of training is kicked off with the victory run, celebrated with the entire candidate company cheering them on through the finish line. Of course, the culminating event, which includes candidates' families, Warrant Officer Candidate School graduation, completing the transformation from enlisted to warrant officer.
When I go to school, there's a TAC officer there. There's a TAC officer there. Black hat, imagine that. Why don't you leave me alone? Why don't you leave me alone?